Hello, I'm Raging Amish, and welcome back to another episode of the Amish Warfare. Today, we're here to take a look at the Modern Warfare 3 LMGs. I hope you guys don't mind, I'm changing my format slightly compared to how I did the SMGs. I'm going to cover some general tips up front regarding how to use this class of weaponry. For LMGs, here's my take. The light machine guns are unique, to say the least. With these weapons, you typically get a huge belt-fed stream of bullets or a drum magazine, each clocking in at 100 rounds. In general, your bullets are powerful up to very long ranges, but these strengths come at a price. Your movement rate, aim down sight time, and reloads are all very slow. Additionally, the hipfire crosshairs are big and your recoil is high. To make matters worse, the irons on the LMGs have in general been smacked with the ugly genes. Don't be surprised if you need a red dot or holographic sight to help out. One more thing, the LMGs now have a damage drop-off. This is new for Modern Warfare 3. Previously, most LMGs were just as strong up close as they were at a distance. That is no longer the case. Based on these strengths and weaknesses, you should guide your class setup properly. First off, the LMGs are highly dependent on several key attachments. The grip is most prominent. Said attachment reduces your recoil when aimed down the sight by 25%, and also reduces visual kick by 10%. The sights are also a strong choice. Like I said earlier, the irons tend to be frustrating depending on which gun you're using. The red dot and holographic sights hold great value. Don't go crazy though. I don't advise long range attachments like the ACOG. Stick to the irons or a basic sight. As for your perks, 2 of the 3 tiers are pretty much spoken for. Your blue perk is simple. Blind Eye is hands down your best choice. You don't need sleight of hand and your bullets are very powerful. With Blind Eye Pro, you can destroy most kill streaks very quickly, including the UAV. As for the red tier, go with Quick Draw. The slow ADS speeds on the LMGs can be very debilitating. The perk is a natural fit. The yellow/green/who gives a crap tier is where you have some flexibility. I'm split between Marksman, Sitrep, and Stalker. The value of Marksman and Sitrep is obvious. The LMGs are overall slow, which hurts your reaction times. Both Marksman and Sitrep give information that you can hopefully use to avoid unwinnable gunfights. Stalker is probably the best choice overall though. You can mow down opponents as you flank and hit them with accurate shots. Finally, for your proficiency, 2 attachments will easily be your best choice in most cases. I like mixing a red dot sight with a grip when possible. If you don't like attachments, kick will be your second best choice. You can mix the grip with kick and turn any LMG into a laser beam. Now, with the tips out of the way, up next is the guns themselves. L86 LSW. One of 2 drum-fed LMGs in the game, I've come to like the L86 with time. The gun is insanely accurate and has a fast fire rate, but you pay for it. First off, the visual kick is annoying. The L86 is very accurate, I assure you. The gun just hops around a lot. Also, your shots are relatively weak for an LMG. The L86 is the only LMG to drop off to a 5-hit kill at a distance rather than a 4-hit kill. In the end, this gun is definitely the most flexible LMG in terms of class setup thanks to the high accuracy. You can really mess around with your attachment and proficiency selection, so have fun experimenting. MG36. Yeah, this LMG is horrible. I'm not quite sure what the devs were thinking. On paper, you would think the gun isn't that bad. The fire rate is decent, the drum mag feature is nice, and the range is good. The problem is the recoil. The MG36 is the only light machine gun where you should actually consider using both the kick proficiency and the grip attachment. The recoil is that bad. I don't like this LMG. Spare yourself the pain. PKP Pecheneg, or Pecheneg, or Pecheneg, or screw it, PKP. Surprisingly, I've come to like this gun with time. The irons can be a bit polarizing, but the fire rate and range are good. Basically, the PKP is a belt-fed MG36, but with less recoil. The gun is very reliable in most gunfights. The only real complaint I have is the irons. The PKP obstructs a lot of your view when you aim down the sight. Try the holographic sight, it helps out a lot. MK46. Say hello to the bullet hose in the bunch. The MK has the fastest fire rate of all LMGs and you can hear it. My LMG of choice will always be the M60, but even I recognize the power and thrill of using the MK46. Sadly, the gun does have one key issue. By default, the visual recoil is high, much like on the L86. Once you get the grip attachment, put it on your MK and never take it off. This gun banks 100% on a fast fire rate, so don't be afraid to pan spray. The 46 will bring you hours of joy. M60. It's my baby. She's back. Oh, how I love you developers. The M60 is a standout amongst the LMGs. Yes, the fire rate is a bit slower, but you get a 2-shot kill up to 20 meters. Your damage at range and the irons are crap though. Good luck killing anyone without a sight. Personally, I love to use a grip with a red dot sight to be as accurate as possible. You can turn on the Rambo mode and maul opponents with some of the strongest shots in the game. With the M60 covered, that brings us to the end of the LMGs. As a group, I would say 4 of the 5 are great guns. The only loser in the bunch is the MG36, and that's simply because of the recoil. Don't be afraid to mess around with the LMGs. I can assure you these primaries may take a while to get used to, but will serve you well on maps with more open combat. The LMGs will always be fun for me. Hopefully, they'll be fun for you. That concludes this episode of the Amish Warfare. I hope you enjoyed and that you'll join me next time, where I'll be covering the assault rifles. This is just an FYI, it's going to be a 2-parter. Until then, this is Raging Amish, checking out.